Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Imagine holding a penny, just a simple 1-cent coin. You might think it's worth next to nothing, right? But what if I told you there's a 1-cent coin out there with a potential value of $35 million? Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? Stick with me, because today, we're going to uncover the fascinating story of the 2016 ED 1-cent coin, why it's worth so much, and how you could find yourself holding one of the most valuable pennies in history. At first glance, the 2016 ED 1-cent coin looks like any other penny you might come across. Minted in Denver, these pennies were produced in huge numbers. Over 8 billion were made in 2016 alone. So how did a coin like this become the center of a numismatic mystery worth millions of dollars? Before we dive into the shocking details, let's take a look at the basics of the 2016 ED penny. The coin was part of a standard annual mintage by the U.S. Mint, and it features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, as well as the iconic Union Shield on the reverse. The mintage mark, a D, signifies that it was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the U.S. Mint's main production facilities. But what makes this specific coin so extraordinary is not just its basic design, it's what happened when it left the minting presses that turned it into a potential treasure. Are you ready for the twist? Let's take a closer look at the history behind this seemingly ordinary penny. Coin collecting, also known as numismatics, is a hobby that dates back centuries. Over the years, collectors have found rare coins that are worth far more than their original face value. Some of the most valuable coins are rare due to minting errors, historical significance, or limited production runs. And this brings us to the 2016 ED penny. In 2016, something very unusual happened. During the minting process, a small number of these pennies were produced with a rare and highly unusual defect, an error that has stunned numismatists and collectors alike. We first heard rumors about strange 2016 ED pennies circulating in late 2016 and early 2017. At first, many dismissed it as just another coin collecting myth. But when these coins started appearing at auction houses and collectors' markets, it became clear that something truly unique had occurred. This particular 2016 ED penny features what's known as a double die obverse error. This means that during the minting process, the die used to imprint the design onto the coin was slightly misaligned, resulting in multiple impressions of the same image. This causes the coin to have a slight doubling effect, particularly on the lettering and images on the obverse side, including Lincoln's portrait. Now, why does this make the 2016 ED penny so valuable? Well, errors like these are incredibly rare. While a small number of these double die errors do occur every year, most of the time, they're spotted early in the production process and removed from circulation. But some manage to slip through the cracks and into the hands of unsuspecting people. Once these rare coins were discovered, their value skyrocketed. Initially, collectors were skeptical, but once the coins were verified by reputable numismatic experts, they became highly sought after. In fact, one of these rare 2016 ED double-dyed pennies recently sold at auction for an astounding $35 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single 2016 ED penny, which originally had a face value of just 1 cent, is now worth tens of millions of dollars. So how does this happen? Well, in the world of rare coins, even minor flaws or errors can make a huge difference in value. And when a coin is as rare and unique as this one, the price goes through the roof. Collectors are willing to pay millions for coins like these because they are considered both rare and historically significant. The 2016 ED double die penny is one of those rare pieces that collectors dream of finding. The coin's error was not only unique but also perfectly timed, coinciding with an era of increased interest in rare error coins. This created a perfect storm of demand, driving the price up to jaw-dropping levels. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare coins in your pocket? Well, the key is to look for the distinct doubling on the obverse of the coin. If you closely examine the inscription Liberty and In God We Trust, you might notice the letters appear more than once. It's a subtle effect, but when you spot it, it's like finding a hidden treasure. Now, before you rush to check every penny in your coin jar, keep in mind that these error coins are exceedingly rare. There were only a handful of them in circulation, so the chances of finding one are incredibly slim. But with a little patience and a keen eye, who knows? You might just have a future $1 million coin hiding in your pocket. Collectors know that finding a coin like the 2016 D double die penny is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If you're lucky enough to come across one, make sure to get it authenticated by a professional numismatist before selling it. After all, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Over the years, rare error coins like these have helped shape the numismatic world, showing us how even the smallest mistake in production can turn a humble coin into a masterpiece worth millions. Whether it's the famous 1913 Liberty Head nickel or the 2016 D double die penny, these coins remind us that history can be hidden in the most unexpected places. So, there you have it. The 2016 D 1-cent coin might look like just another penny, but thanks to a rare minting error, it's worth a staggering $35 million. The world of coin collecting is filled with surprises, and who knows, your next coin might just be your ticket to riches. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories about rare and valuable coins. And hey, the next time you find a penny on the ground, make sure to give it a closer look. It might just be worth a lot more than you think. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting for those rare coins. Next, 2008 D 1-cent USA coin, a single penny. 1 cent. It's the smallest denomination in US currency, yet some people are willing to pay millions of dollars for it. But why? What makes the 2008 D 1-cent coin so special? In this video, we're going to dive deep into the history, the value, and the mystery behind a coin that could be worth far more than you'd ever expect. Stay tuned. The basics of the 2008 D 1-cent coin. The 2008 D 1-cent coin, often referred to as the penny, was minted at the Denver Mint in the United States. It features the famous image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and on the reverse, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of his legacy. At face value, it's worth exactly 1 cent, which doesn't seem like much, right? But what if I told you that this particular coin could be worth up to $21 million? Yes, you heard that right, $21 million. So, how did a simple penny from 2008 end up with such a mind-blowing value? The mystery of the 2008 D penny. In the world of coin collecting, there's always room for rare and unique finds. And it's not always about age, sometimes it's about how a coin was made, or rather, how it was accidentally created. The 2008 D penny has become one of the most talked about coins in the numismatic community due to a rare minting error that turned an ordinary penny into a potential fortune. Typically, pennies are struck with a combination of copper and zinc. But sometimes, during the production process, things go wrong. In the case of the 2008 D penny, a small yet significant mistake occurred at the Denver Mint. This error made certain coins highly valuable, and their price skyrocketed. The error involves what is known as a double die, or a die cap. A double die occurs when the die that strikes the coin is misaligned or improperly pressed into the metal blank multiple times. This results in the design appearing doubled, making the coin unique. The 2008 D penny in question contains this type of minting flaw, and when collectors discovered it, they realized the coin was worth much more than its face value. How much is the 2008 D penny really worth? So, how much can one of these rare 2008 D pennies sell for? Well, depending on the extent of the error and its condition, the value can vary significantly. On average, a 2008 D penny with a double die error could fetch anywhere from a few hundred to several $1,000s. But here's where things get crazy. Coins that are in mint condition, essentially, coins that were struck perfectly with the double die error, can fetch astronomical prices. In some cases, the value of these rare pennies can reach upwards of $21 million. Yes, you heard that right, $21 million for a penny. This is not a mistake, it's the result of extreme rarity and the passionate interest of collectors. One notable sale took place at a high-profile auction, where a 2008 D penny with this double die error was sold for $21 million. This makes it one of the most expensive pennies in history, and it sparked a frenzy among coin collectors around the world. The coin collecting market. The world of coin collecting, or numismatics, is fascinating and incredibly diverse. People collect coins for a variety of reasons, some for historical significance, others for their beauty, and many for their rarity and potential value. In the case of the 2008 D double die penny, the allure comes from its rarity. As with any rare item, its value is determined by how many examples exist, how well preserved the coin is, and how in demand it is among collectors. Rarity plays a crucial role in determining how much a coin can fetch on the open market. A coin that's the only one of its kind, or one of very few, can drive up its price exponentially. Coins like the 2008 D double die penny are graded by professionals who assess their condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers representing better condition. So, if you find a 2008 D penny with this minting error in perfect condition, it could be worth a fortune. How to identify the 2008 D penny error? So, how do you know if you have a valuable 2008 D penny in your possession? It all comes down to spotting the double die error. Here's a quick rundown on how to identify it. Look closely at the features of the coin, particularly the inscriptions and the numbers. On a double die penny, you'll notice that the details of the date, the mint mark, or even Lincoln's profile appear doubled or blurred. You can check the coin's edge for signs of the die cap, which might create a raised, distorted rim around the coin. It's a good idea to use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a closer look at the coin. If you spot any signs of doubling, you might just have a rare coin on your hands. Is your 2008 D penny worth millions? Now, before you get too excited and start searching through your spare change, keep in mind that not every 2008 D penny is going to be worth millions. In fact, the majority of these coins are worth exactly 1 cent. But for those lucky enough to find the rare double die error in great condition, there's the potential for a massive payout. So, what's the takeaway here? The 2008 D 1 cent coin is more than just a penny. It's a reminder that in the world of coin collecting, sometimes the smallest, most overlooked items can hold untold value. And who knows? You might have a rare gem sitting in your pocket right now, just waiting to be discovered. That's it for today's deep dive into the 2008 D 1 cent coin and its incredible value. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more fascinating coin stories. And remember, next time you find a penny, you just might want to take a closer look. After all, it could be worth a whole lot more than you think. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting!